Hey guys, it's towniesimbuilds here, and finally, welcome back to another speed build. Now, I know you guys, it has been a hot minute since my last video, and my last speed build was back in March, so it has been quite a hiatus. But many of you know that I have been streaming very often. It has been a solid month of streaming, so I'm sure many of you guys were missing some regular content. And obviously, if you were not able to join the live streams, you probably have been wondering what we've been doing. But we've had many wonderful builds in store for you guys. I wanted to put this one together for you today, and I'm really excited to share this modern jungle resort in the world of Selvadorada. Now, I will say this was originally planned to be built with the For Rent expansion pack, but I was a little late, you guys. I procrastinated, and eventually when I started building this resort, I did use my full 4-pack limit. So overall, this build uses Island Living, it uses Jungle Adventure, it uses Snowy Escape, and also Spa Day. Now, the really cool feature of this lot is that it is actually very functional with multiple lot types. So I think originally I designed this lot as a pool, but it also has all of the required objects for both the onsen and spa as well. So really, you can adapt it to whatever gameplay you enjoy in your game. And of course, if you do have the For Rent expansion pack, you can turn this into a multi-unit lot. I think it's called a residential rental, if you will. You guys may have to double check me on that, but it could offer many cool and new gameplay opportunities if you do want to run it like that. So I guess with the units in this resort, it could function sort of like a condominium or apartment complex, if you will, but this lot by contrast will have a lot of very luxurious amenities in comparison. Looking at the lot itself, you guys saw the main building come to life. This is going to be the lobby, the check-in desk area, and also the spa located on the second floor of the build. I also wanted to include this really large lazy river. And you guys, I will be honest, I was a bit of a fool in an older build. If you guys remember the Gnomeland theme park I did, it was a full water park. I did also have a lazy river feature, but admittedly, I believe I called it an infinity pool, which was completely not the case, but we will have a lazy river in this build. It will actually wrap along the border of the lot itself and go beneath the individual suites. Anyways, I'm working on some of the little secret nooks and crannies along the edges of the pool. So this will be a little area for your Sims to lay out. If your Sims sort of glide along the lazy river or decide to walk along the edge of the pool, they can access this spot. And we will have another one on the other side of the building as well, since this build is very symmetrical, if that makes sense. So I'm bringing in the nightstands or accent tables from the Snowy Escape pack, the little lanterns from the Snowy Escape pack, and also the lounge chairs, I believe from Island Living, to complete this area. Honestly though, you guys, the foliage in here was so much fun. All of the packs I used have my favorite foliage in game. So Jungle Adventure, Island Living, Snowy Escape, all of them are really, really great. Unfortunately, I don't think we have any outdoor options with Spa Day, but obviously the Spa Day items, perfect. Absolutely perfect and very versatile. I'm currently working on the suites themselves. So like I said, they will be on stilts. They are located above the lazy river. And more or less all of these units are very identical. I do use a lot of the open air windows from the Island Living pack. And then honestly, you guys, probably the best objects from Jungle Adventure are all of these hanging foliage pieces. It really helped the build come to life. It was really fitting with the modern jungle theme, if you will. And again, just replicating all of those features on the left and right sides of the build. Originally, I had this main lobby building disconnected, but I think when we were on stream, everyone was saying, you know what, let's connect it. Let's have the second floor connect to all of the individual units. So we did create just that. So it's a really fun sort of second level walkway. So all of the individual suites are connected. They do connect to the second floor spa on the first building as well. So very much having this nice flow for your Sims. Currently, I'm working on completing the lazy river, so it wraps around kind of in this C formation, but it does kind of loop in back on itself. Like I said, this will also feature an onsen, so we do have one right smack dab in the middle of the lot, And we were working on this very interesting dining area here. So obviously, if you guys have never done this before, you can create a second story room and then carefully lower it into the ground as much as you like. But I made sure to leave just enough clearance so that when I tested this in game, Sims could very easily swim underneath. So it was really cool to see. I was so happy it worked, and I'm really going to enjoy furnishing that space as well. I'm just putting in some faux balconies here, and of course we have the two staircases leading up to it as well, but this area will be furnished a little bit later on in this build. But more or less, we do have the main pool area coming together. I'm just padding in some walkways here. It will develop a little bit more, but the main attraction really is all of the foliage. I think this part of the video is just full of me using foliage. So one of my favorite options was the debug selection from the Snowy Escape pack. So using a lot of these more like pond-based plants, if you will. I'm using a lot of these little tropical ferns from the Jungle Adventure pack, and then also all of these wonderful sort of pinkish plants from the Island Living pack as well. Unfortunately, I don't know the names of almost any of these bits of foliage, but I think they worked in harmony very well here. You guys did also see that I updated the outer fencing, so we're using more of that bamboo sort of fence piece from Snowy Escape, if you will. And using those pieces, I do create another little sitting area here as well. So we're going to bring back the same lounge chairs from the Island Living pack, and also the same accent tables and lanterns as well. Now, I do think that this area will get a little bit more updated. I think I do bring in some sculptures and different waterfall pieces, or not waterfalls, excuse me, fountain pieces from the 𝗧𝗛𝗏𝗡 pack, but this is more or less what it looks like at this point in the video. Of course, filling in more of these empty spaces with more foliage. I really love this object from base game. It is so versatile. Kind of serves as a little bit of overgrowth, so it could be like a low-lying shrub or grass, if you will. But of course, I'm now adding in some more outdoor lounge, patio furniture, if you will. I really enjoy these little, I call them coconut chairs from Island Living because they do have that sort of shape to them. And of course, pairing them off with these beautiful parasols from the Snowy Escape pack. And honestly, I think this swatch was a great match, and it was just that pop of color that I needed in this build. Alright, at this point, we are working on the public restrooms on the first floor. And I will warn you guys, these will not stay consistent with the end results. Originally, the bathroom was very compact, but there wasn't really a good flow to this build. Obviously, if you're using the pool area, if you're using the onsen, you do want to have easy access into the bathroom itself. And when I originally designed this, there was not really a good flow with this build. So if you were hanging out in the sort of back area of the lot, so where the dining area was, where the onsen was, you would essentially have to go all the way back around to the front entrance of the lobby and then cut through the lobby to use the bathroom. So, very unrealistic, you guys. It was a townie oversight, but we do correct it. So what you see here is not the permanent end result. Anyways, we are working on the front desk area here. I really enjoy combining the 𝗧𝗛𝗏𝗡 fountain with the insignia towards the back. And of course, my favorite bamboo plants, whenever I use 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗡, the bamboo has to be there. I'm sorry, you guys. It's a wonderful object. It's very sleek, and it's very easy to fit in very tight spaces. Now, within the front desk area, we will have a few other areas to the left and right. I'm going to squeeze in a bar towards the right, but we're currently working on a sitting area towards the left. So pulling a lot of these beautiful single chairs or single armchairs from the Snowy Escape pack combined with a larger couch or sofa from the Snowy Escape pack, blending in some Island Living curtains and also the little accent tables as well, bringing in some scroll work. Honestly, just a great mixture of both Island Living with Snowy Escape. I think they were the true heroes of the interior design here. But of course, we have some love for 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗡. We do have the 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗡 bar set. We do have some lovely drop lighting from the Island Living pack. And this bar was very interesting. I had to kind of finagle around with situating these shelves in. I do scale them down, but because the lighting fixture behind it did not scale, I had to delete the walls and very carefully, to the best of my ability, match them up in placement with the alt placement key, if that makes any sense. So a little bit tricky there, but they did fit. I do bring in some of the Snowy Escape paintings, and the entrance to the bar is a separate door from the outside. So a little bit unorthodox with the arrangement, but it does work. It does fully function. We're now on to the second floor of the main building, and this will be our spa. Our little tiny spa. It was a limited space, you guys, I will admit it, but overall there is quite a bit of a variety of activities here for your Sims. So this is just the check-in desk. So we have a few areas to sit down, but right behind it we do have 2 private massage areas. So these are very narrow and small. But thankfully I was able to very carefully place these objects in, and they do fully function in game. So they are more or less identical. We do have the massage chair from 𝗧𝗛𝗛𝗡𝗚, or massage table I should say. I do add a few basic shelves from base game, putting in candles, putting in some possible oils, lotions, ointments. You guys kind of get my drift here. Haven't been to a spa myself, but I've passed through them enough to kind of get the idea, if that makes sense. We also will have a meditation area and also a little yoga area as well. So I thought, based on the theme of these objects, based on the aesthetic, I thought tatami mats were really fitting here. We do bring in the bamboo plants. Sorry, you guys, I love them, so they came back. More of the open air windows from Island Living, and I do love these Island Living room dividers here. So it was a perfect way to kind of make these rooms a little bit more private, kind of obscuring the open windows. We do have the meditation stools, we got the yoga mats down, and I love that little accent table there with the lotus incense and also the candles in the middle. Going back down, we're just finishing off a little bit more of the landscaping. I honestly did not know what to do in this area of the build. I didn't really want to make it cluttered, so I'm just bringing back some of those Snowy Escape parasols, or umbrellas if you will, and then these very fun coconut chairs once more. I'm sure that's not what they're really called, but they do bring me joy. I love the shape, and they do remind me of coconuts, so that pretty much completes the front area. Anyways, moving on now, we do return to the suites in the back area of the build. And honestly, you guys, I really wanted to maximize the main bedroom space. So here we go with my favorite classic 3x1 bathroom. So super small, super tight. We're using a combination of 𝗧𝗛𝗛𝗡𝗚 with the sink and toilet, and also Snowy Escape with the mirror and shower that made this possible. I'm adding in another shelf along the wall as well, just putting up some extra towels and also this really nice rock object from the 𝗧𝗛𝗛𝗡𝗚 pack. Moving on into the bedroom area, this is kind of set up like a studio. We don't really have a kitchen or kitchenette, if you will, because we will have the main dining feature next to the onsen that we saw earlier. But overall, I think this space is very calming. It's very serene. We do have a TV here with a speaker from 𝗧𝗛𝗛𝗡𝗚, and I do use a few of the Sulani chairs as well just to complete the area. I do put in some books, and I do believe we have some robes along the wall as well. So right there, right when you walk in. Now, of course, if your Sims are feeling peckish and they don't feel like dining in a very fancy way, thankfully we did have Snowy Escape with this build. So I'm bringing in some vending machines and also putting in some outdoor trash bins as well. And now we finally return to the correct bathroom. So honestly, you guys, this is how it should flow now. We do have access to the outside, so if your Sims are coming in from the onsen, coming in from the pool area, they can very easily get to that publicly accessible restroom there. So I did realign the lockers, I did align the sinks a little bit differently, but the little bathroom, the individual bathrooms are more or less the original ones you saw earlier in this video. Currently, I'm also finessing the lazy river, so we do add in some more foliage, some of these tropical bushes from the Island Living pack, and of course, to complete the pool area, we do have tons of floaties. We do have a total of 8, so if your Sims do use this as a pool, you will definitely see them riding around this lazy river. We're moving on now to the dining area right above the onsen, and honestly, this was probably one of my favorite parts of the build. We're using some more shoji screens kind of opened up there, letting all of that fresh air in. We do have kotatsu tables that will be on the inside, but I did want to create just a few tables and chairs in the front balcony area, and of course, bring in some more lovely hanging foliage from the Jungle Adventure pack. Once more, I'm bringing in some of those open-aired Sulani windows, and of course, keeping in tradition with the spa, bringing back more of these tatami mats as well. So overall, I think this is a very cozy space for your Sims to eat. They can enjoy some hot pot, they can enjoy some good company perhaps, and overall just very in touch with the scenery. Very open air, you can view the onsen, you can view the lazy river, you can view all of the tropical foliage outside, and of course, you guys know it, more lucky bamboo. It is the gift of 𝗧𝗛𝗏 that keeps on giving, so yes, completing the room with bamboo, and that is pretty much it for our build. Alright guys, and that is a wrap on the modern jungle resort in the world of Selvadorada. Now, whether you use this lot as a pool, onsen, or spa, I really hope this amps up your vacation gameplay in The Sims 4. Just like always, this is still a no CC, no mod, limited pack build that will be available on The Sims 4 gallery. I will leave you guys now with the final lot specs, along with the final cinematic shots, so you can see how everything turned out in the end. And of course, just like always, this has been 𝗧𝗛𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏